It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Southside.
What's in my label? Brought it straight from the dirt. Double my grind, just a triple my word. Rockin' the same clothes from the first to the third. Say what you want.
Motivated by grace, but I don't like them. It's for the industry and all them haters that comprise it. I own my image and likeness. I'm fighting like Leonidas. To be righteous is key. I had to make my circle tighter, cause they life is the street. I'm from the jungle where you kill what you eat. I love the feast. Taught myself how to cook, it was franks and butter beans. Hot summers, no treats. Niggas won with no retreat. If they gotta get you, they willing to shoot you right through the priest. That's where I'm raised at. Took day back. Y'all niggas listening to slave rap. Just got my chain back, crafted by Arabs. Wait, I got a blade strapped under the wave cap. My city full of niggas bleeding like a fucking ASAS. So when I say I overcame the odds, I don't pray to God. Watch niggas that was shaping hard, had to take a charge till I came to change the cards. Hey, I ain't got no words for y'all. I don't do the rap beats. I'm trying to get my girl to drop.
But I know it's gonna get better than this, for sure. I don't have everything that I want, but if there's one thing that I know, it's gonna get better than this, for sure.
Hey. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody is doing well out there going into this evening. Want to give a big shout out to my guy Chapo. We're going to be talking about his new song that he put out, and video, by the way, called 530 Interventions. All right. And in this song, he addresses Kanye as somebody who grew up influenced by him, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. And he decided to create a record, basically an audio intervention of sorts, basically putting him in the mirror and saying, hey, man, you've lost your way. Now, to me personally, I feel like Kanye knows he's lost his way. I think he's aware of what he has going on. But I will say, and it took for somebody non-related to the situation, I won't say this person's name because I don't think they want to be broadcast, but I'll just say a peer of mine who is from the Atlanta music scene, or at least participated in the Atlanta music scene at one point here or there. They had a psychotic breakdown recently and came on social media after going through being hospitalized and, you know, being stabilized with medication and things of that nature, and basically came to say, you know, although you're in those moments and to us, those that are present, spectators or people, you know, going through it with them, although they're present, they really don't fully know what's going on. And, you know, they spoke about how things were just going wrong in life, carrying a lot of trauma, not addressing it, just putting a pin on it and kind of moving forward and things of that nature. And it kind of hit home because this is a person that I actually know, not like deeply, but know, right? And have associates and folks that I fuck with that know this person. And it really humanized it on a ground level rather than on a, you know, fan level. And I was like, you know, we got to give a little bit of grace to people that are going through, a little bit more grace, I guess, going through real shit that we have no idea. They couldn't remember what they did, what they said, what caused them to be hospitalized. Like, the timeline was all fucked up. And I couldn't imagine existing in that type of state where I just kind of blanked out and couldn't remember what I did or said, and made people that love and care for me, you know, feel some sort of way about me outside of my own knowledge, even though I actually contributed to the issue. You know what I'm saying? So I will give him that. Of course, y'all know I talked to I'll Be Back on my channel. He's also a part of that Kanye camp. and he still has love for Ye, and he tried to give me some perspective on certain things. I don't agree, right? But I respect his opinion, and but it's hard to overlook the things that he's doing out here publicly, things he's saying, jeopardizing his position as a legend, jeopardizing his position as someone that people looked up to, or all of those things, right? I've kind of taken a stance to try to minimize speaking about him on my channel, but out of respect for Chapo and his output and his music, I'm gonna check the record out and see what he's saying. Before we get into the record, as we're talking about Chapo, I want to also give a shout out to the company man. It was brought to my attention today that he mentioned my name a couple days ago on his channel in his interview with Rob Markman. If you want to see that video, I think it's Rob Markman is tired of the Drake versus Kendrick Stan wars or something like that. Something to that effect. Y'all should probably know what I'm talking about. But I was not aware that my name actually came up in that conversation. So I'm going to play that clip real quick. And once again, big shout out to both the company man, Justin Hunt, and Rob Markman, two people in the space that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. They've pre-existed my presence in this hip hop media space. They've done it on a real professional level. They've been paid by corporations to be a part of what this is, to sit down with artists, you know what I'm saying, which is a side of the game I have no experience in, you know what I'm saying? And they came and did it on YouTube, whether it be simultaneously, separately, whatever. So I have nothing but reverence for both of these brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play the clip real quick, and then we're going to get into Chapo's 530 interventions, okay?
Look, man, when Drake gets in his timestamp bag, it's raps.
It's
when he's with Conductor Williams, it's raps. So you like, oh, he takes his rap seriously. This is not a guy playing with it. But then you have to contend, well, where was their writing? Where was their help? How much of this was personal? And guess what? It doesn't even matter anymore to a generation, because now there's a generation, because he is the guy. He was the guy for so long. He was the pace car for everybody else.
His influence is crazy.
Their kids coming up like, yeah, I don't have to write everything, or I don't have to write at all, or whatever they choose. And before it was a no-no, but he to the victor goes the spoils, right? When you're the guy, you do what you want.
How do you feel about that as someone who came up writing?
It's very hard for me to contend with. I enjoy the songs, but it's a very tough thing for me. Like, and then we make exceptions for it because we're fans of him. All right, but he wrote all the timestamp joints. Like, I think there will be a second meltdown if ever a reference track came out that we felt was like credible. Like, yo, this is a joint of 6 p.m. in Toronto or 4 p.m. in Calabasas. I think or his Churchill Downs verse with Jack Harlow. Then I think it becomes another thing. But
I mean, that's kind of happening right now, right?
I see it
with J Nolan and the conversations he's been having. Shout out to J Nolan too. 1 second plug.
But that's why I say,
hey man, I ain't gonna lie, it feels good, man. Big shout out once again to both the company man Justin Hunt and Rob Markman. And I don't want to like bring too much light to what it is that Rob is saying about the timestamps and stuff like that, because I feel like it's been enough drama, and I want my boy Chapo to be able to move forward and progress peacefully without enduring all of the bot and hate from those guys. But I do appreciate the fact that Justin Hunt did bring it up in that conversation, because I knew he was subscribed, but I didn't know how often he actually tunes into what we do over here. So once again, much love. Let's get to Chapo and 530 interventions and see what he has to say to Kanye.
Baby,
Yeah,
well, baby, you pick up when you come.
understand.
Well,
Fuck a 808, we gon' slow talk 'em. Grab a rap nigga by his choke and dog walk 'em. Niggas feel called often, inspired by the chosen. Now they think they the Lord talking, when really it's the
No, you can't casually say grab a rap nigga by his collar and dog walk up. We can't. We can't just casually say that. You drag a nigga by his collar. Damn. I thought this was gonna be something. I thought this was a tough love, not goddamn. We finna drag your ass outside in the middle of the street.
Grim reaping, you just a corpse walking. Picking off victims, start becoming a sport to them. Tell them a storm coming, followed by another back-to-back. This the calm portion. Flashbacks of being in a trap when it start thundering. Remember when we had the hurricane, had the town flooded? Wished upon a star, now my DM is star-studded. Few R&B divas, kiss emojis, I'm off of it. Followed by a couple legends saying, you on to some shit. I'm learning to balance real life and career advancements, taking on the weight with the strength of a single parent who had to raise a young black man in a disadvantage. Pop left us abandoned, stepdad was both a challenge. For helpless, watch him beat up on you, mama, unsettled damage.
All right, so what I see here is he's speaking on his upbringing, but also drawing parallels between himself and Ye, right? Talking about the single parent home, Pop's abandoned. Y'all know that was like it's kind of Kanye's story to an extent as well, because he was raised in a single home by his mother, and his dad was in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. So they kind of have those parallels of single parent home, that different maternal connection, because that's all you really got. So he's kind of painting the scene, but then he starts getting into I guess some abuse that took place in his household.
That I was too little to defend you and couldn't handle it. First time I tried fighting back, was knocked unconscious. Woke up to you hope with me in tears, apologizing. I needed a man in my life and you tried to find it. It wasn't your fault, we both abused domestic violence. Now I got a problem, male authority, not surprising. Reason why I can't see any rapper and idolize them. They nervous I start speaking in this tone, they keep it quiet. Fuck around and miss the gala, give them a morgue stylist. Niggas play that buddy shit, but I see the hate signs. They think they stars align until they turn in their own assignment. Son of David, ancestors showed how to slay the giant. It's hard having real conversations, you know they lying. Pacing back and forth in they crib cause they know they trying. Like the black dude in horror movies, they know they dying. You can't take my style like Zoo this. It's weird when niggas try to hit you with some you shit. What gave Ye the blueprint, instead watch him botch this. You could have the verses hands down, shout out Swiss. Her adding another legend's name to my op list. Shit.
Damn. He said I'd have gave you the blueprint. I'd have gave you the verses. Shout out to Swiss, of course. Swiss and Timbo with the verses. He said I'd have gave you my notebook, man. Rather than see you go out like this, I'd have gave you my whole shit. Damn. Her adding another legend name to the op list. And we already know who some of the other people are that would rather him not have a voice right now. But let's keep going.
Should be shoplift, see you on the top list, begging for attention, maybe you should go topless. Now I'm on the top list, and any time I go and shoot the shot, I do not miss. I would give you your roses, but I left them in 06. Twisted dark fantasies on how to approach this.
I would give you your roses, but I left them in 06. Y'all remember Late Registration came out, what, 05? Had a song called Roses on it. Damn. Dark twisted fantasies on how to approach this. Wow.
He got him panicking, the outfits just don't hit. Cardi got him washed, Travis lit, let it soak in. Reduce the Twitter rings, bad outfits and heavy soaking. Don't know if it's tonight, just for the reason the demons floating. Cultural amnesia, he forgot he needs soul searching. Would explain all the dot hate and the Drake goping. This is shock therapy, this time we gon' up the vultures. Trying to spark the genius, maybe then I could spark the phoenix. Trying to spark the genius, maybe then I could spark the phoenix. Trying to spark the genius, maybe then I could spark the phoenix. Tryna spark the genius, maybe then I can spark the phoenix. Tryna spark the genius, maybe then I can spark the phoenix. See then, tell us we're the man who touched the sky and had us dreaming. The one who shot the bed by the cannon and changed the reason. Graduation can't tell me nothing, a great season. 2016, life of Pablo the Great peaking. I don't want Ye, I want Kanye back. I don't fuck with Ye, I want Kanye back. I would trade Ye to get Kanye back. I'll even take Yeezus out of all this fact. This shit don't trigger something and you just lost. My top 10 eliminate themselves, but I'm all for it. Just make
My top 10 eliminate themselves, but I'm all for it. All the goofy shit, man. Niggas can't just go out as legends. It has to, in 2025, it's like niggas gotta go out with the goofy shit. Either some goofy shit or some goddamn pervy shit. It's one or the other. Goofy shit, pervy shit is taking niggas out daily now. I don't understand it, but clearly it's not for me to. God damn.
the fans go harder for my claim for fooling.
All right, that's Chapo, aka Live Moolah, with 530 interventions talking to Kanye. You saw the Yeezy shoes. Y'all saw the Yeezus tour merch in there. This is somebody who really fucked with bro. And, you know, the latest run of antics, there's already been enough antics in the past decade to you know, cement that things ain't been right. But the last couple months have definitely showed us a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And as of today, there's still more coming out from Kanye trying to discredit J. Cole, saying he said, I couldn't even call his music. He comes and says, if you like J. Cole and Kendrick as rap fans, I don't trust your opinion on rap. Stuff like that, I can't get with. Especially when these are artists that you went out of your way to work with, artists that at a different time period you went out of your way to co-sign, artists that you went out of your way, Kendrick particularly, to allow him to put pen to paper for you. And even J. Cole, we go back to Looking for Trouble, Good Fridays. He got on that track, embodied your whole label. You know what I'm saying? Just from a rap standpoint. So you can't come out here and say, if you like J. Cole as a rapper, I don't trust your opinion on rap. When the nigga got on a rap song, embodied your entire staff of rappers. Whom I like. I like Sci-Hi. I like Pusha T. I like Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye himself got classic records that I've lived with for years. Whole label bodied on that record by J. Cole. Okay? So we're not gonna do that. Again, there's talks of he's hanging out with top 5. This man is hanging out with top 5. Excuse me, flop 5. Got a GGG chain on, sir. You trying to go down with the Canadian Rico too? What you on, bro? And the crazy part about it is this song from Chapo came out before all this other shit even came out. So if he would have held off for just a couple more days, he would have had even more content to put in his bars. Which I feel like he had enough already, because he already was talking about, you know, the Dot hate and the Drake gulping, which has been weird, which has been continuing. I don't know, man. But I applaud Chapo, you know, for even having the courage to put a record like that out, because, you know, dude still has a very big fan base despite so many people that have, you know, gone the other way. And those people are very passionate the ones that are left are the most passionate because they're really holding on for dear life, hoping that, he recovers some level of balance, recovers his star power, recovers his level of influence of yesteryear. But I don't really see it happening. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I would prefer Kanye retire than to continue to sully himself in the way that he has. I mean, he's not going to, but I would prefer it. Just walk away from this shit, man. You're not really welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've you've shitted on your entire lawn, respectfully. But it's definitely been sad to watch it. To see the Kanye Jay-Z fallout, like how that culminated, embarrassing. But as a human being, I do hope he finds some level of peace in this life. And that as a man, he's able to fulfill his purpose, which has nothing to do with music, has nothing to do with entertainment, has nothing to do with my opinion of him. Just as a man under God, fulfill your purpose. All this other shit is extra, bro. You out here trying to get attention. You trying to put the lights back on yourself. It's not working. So fulfill your obligation as a man to your children. You still have time for that. Everything else, it's over with. Okay. Let me know what y'all think of Chapo's 530 interventions. Let me know what y'all think of everything that was discussed in this video. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be